Hey guys, it's Erin. Today I'm going to be showing y'all a tutorial for my bubble braids. I posted these on Instagram last week and got so many requests for a tutorial, so I'm very excited to share this. This super easy hairstyle takes me less than 5 minutes, and it's also great if you're not very good at braiding because you don't actually have to do any braiding. Before I jump into this tutorial, just wanted to show y'all everything I'm using, and I will also link everything below. First thing and most importantly are these plastic hair ties. I got this pack of 1,000 on Amazon for $6. That will keep you set for a while. I also have my favorite hairspray. I use Sebastian Reshaper. I've used it for years. You'll see it in all my tutorials. I can't recommend this hairspray enough. And then lastly, just some basics. I have a brush, a comb, and then a single hair tie. Step one of this tutorial is I'm going to be sectioning off my hair since I'm doing the bubble braids and pigtails. I'm going to just make sure my part looks good. Part the top, and I have thicker hair on one side, so it really doesn't matter. You can do down the middle. I personally would just go with your normal part line. And then after I do the top, I'm just going to run the comb all the way down the back and grab all the hair on the section that I'm going to be doing second, and I'm just going to tie it off with my hair tie. And I want to tie it pretty tight so that I'm not grabbing hair and my part looks really good from the back, since you can't really see the back as you're braiding. The gist of this braid is really just sectioning parts of your hair, tying them with an elastic, and pulling apart to create volume. It's very simple. I'm going to start with my first section on this side. I start with about this much hair. I'll just take my elastic and I'm going to tie this part off. I recommend not tying the elastics super tight because it will be much more of a pain to undo them when you're ready to, take out your hair from this braid. Now I'm ready to do my second section. I'm just going to grab about this much hair, grab it on top. Make sure everything is smoothed out. That's one of my tips, is you want to make sure everything's smooth before you tie the elastic so that you don't have any crinkles. Just gonna take it. I have a little friend. You guys probably can't see him, but my dog has now joined me on the floor. He loves to get ready with me. I tied off the first section. It just kind of looks like that. Next step is pulling it apart to create that bubble effect. And this is that little just slight pull is what creates that volume. At the top, you don't want to pull too much because it would look kind of weird if you had a huge bubble on top, but you definitely want to create some volume. And then you're really just going to repeat that process until you get all the way down the back of your neck. Like I had mentioned, this is a very simple hairstyle. So I'm going to grab about that much. And again, just making sure I'm smoothing everything out. Grab some up top. Jax is really not cooperating right now. I think he wants to go out and play. Really all I'm doing here is continuing to just try to make sure it's smoothed out. Elastic off. And tighten. And then pull apart to create the bubble. So looking like that. And really just gonna keep going. I just finished pulling back all the hair on my first side. Looks like that. I did about 5 sections. Now you just finish the rest of the ponytail that's hanging down to complete the look. So I just tie off evenly spaced sections, and then again just pull it out a little bit. My ponytail is super thick, so I don't really need to pull it out a ton. I also have layers. As you can see, they're kind of hanging out. It's gonna look a little bit messy. That's okay. I personally like the messier look. I think it's person. Hi, buddy. wonder if you guys can see him. He's really impatient. He wants to go play. Oh, thanks, honey. I love when you help me. And there you go. So my biggest tip on the second section is to 100% make sure you have all of your hair before you tie that last hair tie. The first time I did this, when I got done, I had one teeny tiny little strip of hair hanging like right in the center of the back of my neck, and it looked terrible, but honestly I would have had to untie all the hair ties, and at that point I was like, I'm not redoing this. But I definitely recommend checking that, because even if it doesn't look perfect, you at least want to try to have all of your hair tied back. I'm now done tying off all my hair. You can see. Now just kind of have to put on the final touches. So I like to pull out my hair around my face with my little baby hairs. That looks pretty good. And lastly, I'm just gonna finish off the look with some hairspray. Thanks so much for watching, guys. If you like this hair tutorial, be sure to follow me on Instagram at Everything Airs. I post a lot more mini micro tutorials on my Instagram, as well as kind of getting a sneak peek at some of the tutorials I'm going to be recording for YouTube.